Holy smokes, this works. This dusty machine still works. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MMS Formula 1 Season 6, Round 8 of the championship. We're here at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit for the Belgian Grand Prix. I think we need no introduction to this circuit. I think it speaks for itself. Therefore, we shall move on to more pressing issues such as hello, Miran.
Yes, hello Kai. As I always say, it's wonderful to be back in the commentary booth for MMS Formula 1. It's been quite a while since the last race, but we have officially approached the mid-season of the championship. Still close as ever, and judging by how past Belgian Grand Prix have been in previous seasons, this should be an absolute thriller of a race.
Yes, and before we begin, I would like to address a few changes. They will also be posted on the server because I know not everyone watches the races. It is a rather early time of the day, which I absolutely understand. But there will be changes to MMS F1, big ones such as limiting the amount of drivers per series, and there will not be team owning. I'm sorry, but it will be good, guys. We will actually come back on a schedule. Hopefully. So, yeah, this is back, and we're going to finish this season, no cutting it short or something. This is back on a schedule, and we're going to finish it, and after we finish it, we will continue on, right? So, anyways, without further ado, Miran, I shall do the grid, and you shall go for the itty-bitty start lap 1. So, on pole position, surprisingly, Halil Shahin for Ferrari. Now, that is curious because this is the second pole position for Ferrari this season. First one for Halil, and Ferrari are the only team to actually challenge Williams for pole positions this season. Therefore, you know, pretty nice stuff there from the Scuderia. But yeah, in P2, joining him on the first row is Rodney Rakus. Good qualifying from Rodney. He is still showing plenty of pace. Then you have Michael Maher followed by Falcon, surprising everyone with his qualifying pace in a McLaren. And you have Van Les, Halsaler, Ward, Radianta, Valiak down in 9th. Not the greatest situation for the championship leader, followed by Teller. Tildsey replacing the season band, or MMS band, or removed, gone from existence. Sofia Ankurinova. Then you have Friedman followed by Komodipo, Moreira, Keith, Material, Speed, Karamevakis, Miller, Gidu, FG, Fraser, both of the Onyx cars making it onto the grid. Witt, Waldinger, Giannini, Poslovic, Park, Reaper, very down the order. I don't know what's going on with Tobias this season. It's just not been good. Then you have Pisonia, Ankaya, and the two AGS cars of Curtis and Gertz round off the grid. So here we go, Miran.
Yes, as we're about to get underway then for the Belgian Grand Prix. The lights are coming on. Halil Shahin on pole position. Cars revving up as we are underway here at the Belgian Grand Prix. And Shahin will lead off the line. Not the greatest stuff for Rodney Rakus, but he's going to tuck in behind the slipstream of the Ferrari as we head up Rouge and Radion. Man P2 in the championship. Johannes van Leer currently in 4th. He's going to chase down Michael Macker down the Kemmel Straight. Speaking of Michael Macker, he's going to go on to Rodney Rakus and possibly even Halil Shahin as he dives down the inside line of his teammate through Lekumi, goes around the outside line, and a beautiful move from Joel Michael Macker to take the lead of the race here at Spa.
Yeah, it is a beautiful race, but look at Rakus now, he's fighting back, he sends it onto Shahin, beautiful move there, gets the grip done. Van Leer manages to get himself up into P4, but most importantly, it's a clean start to this race as Tilsey and Salsala battling for position, Ward in 8th. Valiak, meanwhile, has dropped 2 positions off the start, and it's not looking good for the man, as he's side by side of Komodipo, and Chris Komodipo is going to take it on the outside of Puon.
Beautiful stuff from Chris Komodipo. Michael Valiak, judging by how incredibly rapid that Williams has been this season, this is not the race start that he needs at the moment. Here is Roberto Moreira side by side with Mateusz Material, and the Polish driver will get the man in the minority As, yeah, Shahin not with the greatest of starts either, but he's still in this pack and fighting for the race lead, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens here.
One of the surprises, pace-wise, is definitely Van Leer there for the race win. The Benetton's still not the greatest car, but you can see that Van Leer is quick as Rakus nearly sends it into Blanchimont onto Michael Maher. That's a massive attempt, and no moves being made yet. There's a bit of contact between that's Falcon and Van Leer. Falcon on the outside of Van Leer gets a bit of an aggressive line there, blocks him. The two Lotus cars now join this fight for P4. As Van Leer has lost touch with Shahin. Raku's not within the distance to make a move. Any moves into La Source? No. No one dares to make one. Radiator goes a bit wide. Teller thinks about it, doesn't do it. In the end, though, pretty good lap one. No DNFs, no damage to anyone. And look at Rodney Rakus.
Wow, that is a hell of a move from Rodney Rakus to take the lead of the race. Round the outside up the hill. That is bold. My goodness.
I am. My jaw is left ajar. That is. Oh, wow. No words.
That is overtaking the season right there.
And that is Giannini.
That is indeed Mattias Giannini. And yeah, classic La Source stuff. Oh, he's going to the wall, and that's going to be our first DNF for the session.
Yeah, that's a pure race incident, but it is Giannini out, and definitely not a happy sight, as that's basically the whole March team out of the race. Sorry, Leighton House. As that's Shahin now side by side of Michael Maher, and Shahin re-overtakes his teammate with the same overtake that Michael Maher did to get the race lead. There's a yellow flag momentarily there. I wonder what happened, and that's Teller.
Yeah, that's Michael Teller sliding across. Moreida's gone off into the grass, so has Müller, and that's sent the midfield into a bit of chaos. But yeah, Michael Teller, who has just made a mistake.
Oh, Valak is so lucky.
I mean, you have to feel for the Brit, honestly.
That is an unsafe rejoin, but luckily no damage to anyone. Teller is just naughty.
Yeah. But honestly, you have to kind of feel for the Brit. The speed's going to go to the inside on a Keith. Teller has not been having the greatest season compared to Johannes van Leer. He's had 2 DNFs in a row in these last 2 races, and obviously I don't think he'll be wanting to make it a third, as Radiantor and Ward go around the outside line of Jake Tillisley.
Jake Tilsley, though, the stand-in man of the season, really, coming in to rescue the Lotus team. Has scored a podium this season already, so he definitely has the pace as Valek overtakes him now. As the 2 AGS cars, I don't know if it's just a lack of pace or something, but they have dropped. Oh wait, I know why they have dropped off. They've been held up by Giannini. Shahin and Raku is now battling for the race lead.
Yeah, Shahin is going to want to use every single bit of that slipstream to try and get past Rodney Rakus to the inside through Blanchimont, but I think there's a bit of contact. Shahin having to back out, and that is going to bring Michael Macher way closer to his teammate.
Oh, Michael Macher's going for it.
And they're going to be wheel to wheel. It's Michael Macher's going to go round the outside. Shahin doesn't get the best of runs through the bus stop, and it is a very, very nice move indeed from Michael Macher. Have to say, these drivers are really going for the most bold of moves today.
Yeah, then again, I can't blame them. This track promotes racing. It's Spa. It's a place where you will get overtakes. As that's Material smashing Teller off. In the end, I don't think he's even going to get the position. They're side by side into Eau Rouge. They're side by side into Eau Rouge. Oh dear.
Yeah,
oh dear. It's going to be tight. It's going to be really tight. They bang wheels, but it is going to be Teller. So pretty much no positions gained by Material. I don't think you can penalise him for a little antic, because that's John Keefe there. Good run out of Radion, and that's Eaglevid making it 3 wide for a second there, and Eaglevid is going to go for a massive will-be overtake, and he gets it on the outside. No, he doesn't. John Keefe defends. Final attempt on the inside. As they exit Lecombe, it's still side by side. Beautiful racing between the Ligier and the footwork. But I think Witt is going to have to settle down for what is going to be 16th place. Yeah, no, he gets 15th, so he gets in front of John Keefe. Beautiful racing right there.
Yeah, Igor Witt really capitalized of all the cars ahead of him, and I have to say, he engineered that to perfection, as Michael Macher has now taken the lead of the race and into Bruxelles goes on the inside line of Rodney Rockers and takes the lead. No nonsense stuff from the German, as always.
Yeah, it's a beautiful race in the top 3 as look at Rakus, they're on the outside thinking of it.
Ooh.
Gets blocked and Shahin immediately onto the gearbox of the Williams. He goes and it's just such a good battle between these 3.
It really is. You love to see it. Rodney Rakos having a look on the inside line. I have to say, out of all these guys in the top 3, Rakos looks to be the most daring one today with all the moves he's been trying.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to beat the Ferraris this race though, even with all the might the Williams car has. It's 2 against 1 in this battle really, unless Ferrari goes full out on the civil war aspect of their team inter-team relationship, as we have Valek already up into 6th, making his way up the order. Of course, he is in the championship battle, 7 points in front of Johannes van Leer out of all the people. So he better make a few positions up, otherwise that lead might be in danger as fastest lap currently Michael Teller.
That is quite interesting, so we'll have to see what he's going to be able to do then. But the 2 Scuderia cars will battle each other as Shahin is going to go around the outside line of Michael Macher, and he gets the move done on his German teammate as Rakus is going to go to the inside line of Michael Macher as well, and he's going to get it. That's Poslovic in the pit lane.
It's damage to LaRousse. Let's see what happened. As it's a very nice double overtake from Khalid Shahin to get that P1. Well, what happened to Stefan?
This must have happened a while ago. I think we did miss this in all of the lead battles that we've seen. Good to see that the lead battle's been, I have to say, it's been nothing short of electric.
Oh, yeah, he goes into the back of Pisonia and damages himself only. Another lock-up into La Source.
Yeah, tricky corner. Especially considering that bus stop chicane is, I'd say the exit out of bus stop chicane, you are a bit faster on this layout than you are the modern layout. So
yeah,
you do come into the bus stop, or some bus stop, the La Source, at quite a high speed. So sometimes it's a bit hard to judge for these guys. As we're now looking at Johannes van Leer, and he's actually caught up to the back of Michael Macher. I have to say, Van Leer, even though that Benetton hasn't won a race this season, his consistency has been absolutely admirable.
I have to agree. I mean, Van Leer fighting for the title and machinery that shouldn't do so. Kind of interesting considering he had the machinery to fight for the titles and didn't do so. So definitely interesting situations in his career right there. As Raku's to the inside, and he's made it. He's made it work.
Good stuff from Rodney Rakus. Once again, I have to say, this top 3, and with Van Leer even now, they all look almost equal considering on pace, because the lead back... I need to pace myself here. The lead pack, I mean, they almost look equal on performance right now, considering how many lead changes we have had between all these 3 guys. So really, I have to say, I have no idea who's going to come out on top here.
Well, time will tell who will come out on top, but at the moment it is Rakus Shahin all over the place up Paul Rouge, but he has all the time in the world to catch up, as this pack is also rather tight. And just the sight of those cars getting sucked into the ground as they go uphill, it's amazing. Oh, and that's damage to Reaper. That's been a long time ago. Oh no.
Ooh, and that is quite unlucky for Reaper.
You know what? He's so lucky, because if this has been a more severe contact, he would be up into the air, on 2 wheels, up Eau Rouge, and that's something you really want to avoid.
Oh, and bit of payback, I suppose, but Fraser does get past Tobias Reaper, not before a giant scare heading up Rouge.
Yeah, a heart stopper right there. Deary me. Meanwhile, Michael Valjak finally in this pack.
Yeah, good to see that Valjak is finally getting on the pace, but Van Leer, unfortunately, is going to have to start worrying about defense as well. And Michael Valjak is not a man that you want to defend from. Just have to wait and see what happens. Then he's going to have a good slipstream through Blanchimont on Van Leer. If he's able to capitalize on this, he could even make a move into the bus stop chicane here. There's Michael Macher onto Rakus. Doesn't quite work. Here comes Michael Valjak then. He's going to have a look on the inside line. Late on the brakes for the Williams driver, but he clips Michael Macher slightly then. As he goes round the outside line, they bang wheels, Van Leer and Valjak. But it's no issue for the Croatian as he is up and through into P4 and ahead of his championship rival.
That is a beautiful, beautiful move from Valjak, already coming up the field, coming up the order and really showing the pace that, well, he always has had in him. Meanwhile, Rakus slowly but surely catching up to Shahin, up Eau Rouge. He's not going to make the move just yet, but you can tell he's eager to get past that Scarlet Red Ferrari in front of him. He's going to waste no time already alongside, and it's going to be a simple, easy does-it move, I think.
Yeah, and Rakus to the inside late on the brakes, and he disposes of Halil Shahin. Well, not quite, since Shahin is still there, but Rakus retakes the lead of the race for, well, I've lost count.
For the X amount of time. Calculate X. So, someone
math
in the chat, please math the race lead changes. I mean, it's going to be shown in the post-race results when I put them on sim results. We're gonna be able to calculate how many times the lead has changed. Wait, no, it works lap per lap. God damn it.
Yeah, as there's the two AGS cars battling. That's Hertz trying to go around the outside line of Curtis, but Hertz will have to stay behind his Irish teammate for the time being.
Reaper's still in the pits, and here we go. We have a beautiful four-way battle for the race lead. And it surely will be an entertaining one. Both of the Williams cars, both of the Ferraris, challenging themselves, and Van Leer in the background, waiting for a big one to happen, I suppose. As the two Ferraris going into a bit of a squabble, Michael Maher and Shahin, there was a bit of contact between them, more contact between them. And there's going to be Michael Maher coming on top, even more contact. Guys, calm down, your teammates. The rule has been broken so many times.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to look good for either of them, I suppose. But Michael Macher does barge his way past Halil Shahin. Either way, when the field is so tightly packed like this, you have to be a bit strategic on where and when you have to overtake.
So here we go, side by side through Kemmel Straight, Michael Maher and Shahin. They're just losing time to Rakus though. I don't think this is good. Valjak now will overtake Michael Maher. Tried it, definitely thought of it. Michael Maher to the inside. And I think he's going to get Valjak. Yeah, he does. Good defense there, but again, a lot of time lost.
Yeah, that is going to be Michael Macher holding his third and from Michael Valjak. Valjak, though, I don't think he's going to give it up. He had a look on the inside line of Pouon. I don't think that was maybe. I think that was more meant to just scare Michael Macher than anything. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what Valjak's going to be able to do. Either way, considering where he was on lap 1, this is still a very, very good recovery drive from the Croatian. As we now head down through Blanchimont, this is going to give Valjak the much needed slipstream, and he goes to the inside line through Blanchimont, can't quite hang it through there, so he's going to have another try at the bus stop, I do think. Shahin closing down on Rakus, can't do anything, and Valjak is unable to get Michael Macher there. One Ferrari on the attack and the other one is on the defense, both against the Williamses, so yeah, the battle for the point in the Constructors' Championship is on.
Miran, could you take over commentary for a while?
Yeah, no problem. As Shahin now goes round the outside line of Rodney Rockers, gives the Finn a taste of his own medicine, and takes the lead of the race. What a move from Halil Shahin. That was absolutely bold from the Turkish driver, and he's done fantastically as Michael Macher and Rakus now battle with each other. Michael Macher round the outside line gets Rodney Rakus, who drops down into third and now has got his Williams teammate Michael Valyak for company there. So have to see what Valyak is going to be able to do here, but this is not the position that Rodney Rakus wants to be at the moment, and not Williams either, considering it is a Ferrari 1-2 right now. Johannes van Leer is in this pack as well, but he's just been kind of sitting there for these past few laps. So we'll have to see if Van Leer is maybe just biding his time, or if the pace to keep up with these other guys just maybe isn't there for the Dutchman at the moment in the Benetton. As Michael Macher, who will be trying to chase down his second win this season, is going to try to go on to the man who won last time out at Silverstone, Halil Shahin, as he's going to go to the inside line. Ferrari's mid-season pace has been nothing short of incredible, and it's really displaying here at Spa, as Valyak gets a beautiful run on Rodney Rakus. Rakus goes to the inside line, and Halil Shahin is going to try to break the Ferrari 1-2 as he goes round the outside into the bus stop. Here comes Van Leer on Valyak, but he misjudges it completely, and that is big time loss for Johannes van Leer to Michael Valyak, and it hasn't really benefited him in the slightest. Rakus taps the wall in an effort to try and chase down Michael Macher, so we'll have to see what he is going to be able to do then, as they all head up Rouge and Radio, Material and Vit, the two Polish drivers, former teammates as well, in the pit lane. So I guess they're coming in for their stops. And yeah, the pit call is up for Rodney Rakus. The Williams driver is going to come in this lap, as that's a bit of a slide for Rodney Rakus. So it is for Michael Valyak as well. Van Leer and Saller now side by side, and the pace just doesn't seem to be there for Johannes Van Leer, as now the Estonian Hendrik Saller is going to be on the offense into Brussels. He goes on the inside line, and there's not a lot Johannes Van Leer can do, and the Lotus driver will be up into P5. Jadi Antor does get Johannes Van Leer as well. The Italian defending world champion will be up into P6, as it doesn't really seem to be McLaren's race. But a few guys in the midfield coming in, as that is Gerard Geertz. Big mistake for the Dutchman in the AGS, almost loses it through Lecumbe. He's going to have to continue, but it is a big time loss for him. There's Fraser in the pit lane just coming out. Pisonia coming out of the pit lane as well. Michael Macher, race leader, coming in. So is Rodney Rakus. So the top two on the same strategy. Shahin and Valyak going long then. So
Rakus really still thinking maybe about something. He fails a bit of contact with Michael Macher. Shahin and Valyak now side by side, as I'm a bit back in the commentary boxes. Oh, Shahin gets held up by the Williams, and that's Michael Valyak into the race lead, giving us, I think, our 10th lead change, as Tina in the chat has been keeping count.
Thank you. But yeah, Valyak positioned his car absolutely perfectly for that. As Michael Macher and Rakus come into the pit lane, there's Warner and Radiantor battling with each other. Long pit lane here as well at Spa, so you'll be quite far down the field.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag. No. It's Saller. Oh no! And he's hit his teammates. Saller and Tilsley make contact. Really poor rejoin from the Estonian, and it's gone all wrong for Team Lotus here at Spa.
What? Oh dear! How did he not lose a wheel in all of this?
Oh, and that's a big accident, and Jake Tilsley, he'll be so frustrated with that as well. And Rule 1 of racing has now properly been broken.
Oh dear, yeah.
Such a high speed as well. Big shame.
That is going to be a massive penalty. Wait, Tilsley kept going. Oh, never mind.
No, he's out. That's a big shame. And when you're going Oh my god, that's
His
really,
wheel
really
just gets
scary.
sheared off though. I don't see any other damage to his car apart from the wheel. So.
Yeah, and when you're going at what speed out speed, that's over 250 kilometers an hour at least.
220.
220, okay, yeah. And just your teammate re-entering unsighted. Nothing Tilsley could do there. That's a massive shame.
That is such a high-speed accident.
Really is.
So Salsado's championship hopes with this crash, I think, have been put to an end.
Yeah, and Lotus at the moment, it's looking dire for them.
Oh, Karmevakis.
Karmevakis, yeah, and speed as well. I don't know what's going on.
I think the drivers are just
at
pushing the cars too much. It sounds ridiculous, but hear me out. Tire wear.
Tire wear, definitely. It could be track conditions as well. Maybe track temperatures are shifting and whatnot. As Shahin is going to come in this lap. Valyak, I believe, is coming in as well.
Yeah, Valyak is coming along with Shahin. Same with Daniel Ward. Radneta, not really a diverse strategy here. No real field to diversify the strategy on such a long circuit.
I should tell you this as well. Rakus doesn't really have traffic ahead of him, but Michael Macher does. So that could actually be that will be very interesting to see how it's going to affect the running order, as Shahin is just trying to go on to Michael Valyak at any given opportunity, but he just isn't able to. Either way, both will now pour into the pit lane.
And definitely going to be an interesting fight between the two. Will the overcut be the better strategy around Spa? We shall see, especially since you did mention traffic being a key factor for the guys that did pit now. As Raku's doing his job, but Michael Mahan unable to even catch up to Gertz in front. He's just stuck here.
Yeah, that is not going to be good news for Michael Macher at the moment. As every one of the top 8 is in the pit lane. Top 9 even, look at that. Wow.
And it's going to get even more people in.
It is proper rush hour in the pit lane. And Shahin and Valyak are just going to have to hope that they don't get held up in the pit lane.
Oh, it's a long pit stop for Valyak. I think Shahin's also going to get a long one. There is Valyak, there is Shahin. Both with fairly long stops, but where are the current, all the race leaders? There it is. There is Gertz. Following Raku's. Ooh, and Raku's rejoins behind.
Yeah. But he's just about wheel to wheel with Halil Shahin then. Shahin comes out the pit lane, but Halil defends round the outside line. Michael Macher is there, though he is 4th now, provisionally, as Gerard Geertz separates the Ferrari man between the other guys.
It's gonna make sure. Oh, there's a yellow flag, and that's Ben Waldinger. Again, another DNF. Waldinger, think about him. He has finished. Oh!
Oi, oi, oi. Rear impact.
That is big. Waldinger has finished only one race this season. That was the last one at Silverstone, where he scored points. This race, though, it's all put to an end. Big impact. And Miller, so lucky.
That is quite a major impact. Luckily, the tire barrier was able to dampen some of that energy, but still, it's quite a scary accident. That's it is scary to have an accident like that where you don't know where you're going and you don't know where you're going to end up. So yeah, scary stuff from Ben Spalding, and I have to say, he's been one of the unluckiest drivers this season.
Yeah, again, he has finished one race out of 8 now. Sorry, 7. We didn't have Monaco, but yeah, very unfortunate. As Michael Maher only now close enough to make an attempt of a move onto Gertz, and he's unsuccessful.
Oh my goodness. I'm actually wondering if this long run strategy from AGS is gonna work for Geertz. It definitely would, but
As Shahin gets the race lead.
yeah, good stuff from Khalil Shahin, and he now leads two very angry Williams cars.
You know what,
Valyak-
Miron? You know what's interesting? This race has not had any mechanical failure yet.
Don't jinx it, please.
No, I have to point it out. It's surprising.
It is, but we never know, because it's usually this window, with these like final 4 laps now, where we're gonna start to see mechanical failures. We're gonna start to see cars giving up. So we'll just have to hope that it doesn't happen for any of the guys. As Geertz now comes into the pit lane, he is the final pitter along with Henrik Solsaller, who is now down in last, and yeah,
He's
Lotus.
been lapped. That is
No.
far from great.
Not at all. This is really not their season, considering they are second in the Constructors' Championship and only 15 points off Williams. That's Daniel Ward, and he's gone off.
And he's out.
It didn't look like there was damage on the car, but I guess he is, yeah. And I do think it's the same as what happened to Valdinger. He just loses it up the hill.
Yep.
And yeah, Curb catches him out. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a big shame for Danny Ward.
That is ridiculous. Into a yellow flag zone.
Yeah, that is
That is a bit excessive.
we don't approve of that, but it takes guts to perform a move like that, especially on the yellow flag.
Enlarged cojones on that Polish driver, that's all I will say. And that's...
Oh, Reaper!
And
Oh, it's just
yeah, that's
absolutely
Tyrrell.
horrible for
Oh.
Tyrrell. Is there failure? No?
What? I think this sums up the Bias Reaper season. Big lockup, tries to rejoin in a gentleman way, and then overshoots it, and oh man, no words. Meanwhile, Salsala is here to spoil the party for battling for the race lead here.
Yeah, but this is going to be really interesting now. You have all these 4 guys, and a lapped Henrik Salsala for some reason, all fighting for the race lead here. Michael Macher is just, I guarantee you he is feeling really frustrated, considering he's had to deal with 2 instances of traffic now whilst battling with these guys. As Raku's having a look on the inside out of Valyak, Michael Macher's going to try to clear
Oh, he
Salsala
pushed
here.
Salsala wide. There is no respect here. Let me through, he says, and he goes for Rakus as well. While he's at it, Michael Macher just punches his way through the field nonchalantly. Beautiful stuff there from the German driver.
Yeah, really good stuff from Michael Macher then, but we'll have to wait and see if he's going to be able to get Shahin and Valyak then, if he's going to be able to throw his hat into the ring once again in this battle, as Shahin leads away 0.6 of a second as we head up Eau Rouge and Radion. Oh no, and that's Rodney Rakus!
He
And
keeps it going.
Spun round.
He keeps it going though.
Either way, that's gonna see him drop out of the lead pack here, and the man who has been so unlucky this season.
The man who loses all hope loses even more hope he doesn't even know he had. And that's Keith Smoking. Oh, that's a big one.
Oh,
That Porsche
yeah.
engine has seen better days. Let me
definitely
tell you.
has. As Shahin
No.
and Valyak.
No. Oh no, guess who I have
no.
cursed. Radianta's out because of mechanical failure.
Oh no!
It's parked, but he's fine? He is fine.
He is fine.
Never mind, the engine is ablaze.
Was before though.
Oof.
Yeah, it's almost identical to Valdinger's, but he was able to keep it going.
Yeah, look at that. Daniel Ward lost his nose in the impact after he drove into the wall himself. Remember.
Yeah. As we now look at the battle for the top 3 once again. Shahin chasing down Valyak with Michael Macher in the mix. As Shahin goes to the inside line of Michael Valyak.
He's done it.
Through Blanchimont, and he gets it done. Good stuff from Halil Shahin. Is Valyak gonna try and retaliate into the bus stop? No. He's gonna have to stay behind for the time being.
Michael Maher with the more aggressive line, and
Oh,
he gets put into a
no.
spin. He's out.
Oh, and that's his doing. I hate to say it, but in the worst way possible. That is Michael Macher's own fault. Just dropped it over the curb, and he must be feeling so frustrated with himself. Big shame, and that's going to be big points lost for Scuderia Ferrari here at Spa.
Yeah, especially to Williams. This is just unacceptable at this rate. For a team the level of Ferrari, that is just appalling. You know, Benetton gained a lot out of this Teller, keeping a steady pace. He's doing it.
Yeah, honestly, he had a bit of a the correction for material there. But yeah, Teller had a few scruffy first laps, but honestly, after that, he has proven himself, and he's actually been decent on the pace. As we're now going to be treated in these last 2 laps to the lead battle between arguably 2 titans of the sport. Michael Valyak in the Williams and Halil Shahin in the Ferrari.
Yeah, Valyak doing everything he can to control the race. Started 9th, dropped down to 11th, now in the lead of the race. I don't think that's... I don't think you can get a better race weekend than this. I mean, you could, but... Seeing what Valyak can do, this is pretty perfect.
Yeah, it is going to be very, very interesting to see, as Halil Shahin now in the slipstream of Michael Valyak, looking very, very close to the gearbox of that Williams. Is he going to try it anywhere? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
he's going to go for it, and he's late on the brakes through Blanchimont. But Valyak is able to keep it steady around the outside line, so Shahin having to stay behind.
Shahin is eager to get through. We're about to start the final lap of the race. Rakuz is catching up. He was 5 seconds down. He's already 1.5 behind, so a lot of time gained by the man in blue. But here we go. Final lap of the race, and a big question, as Keith has retired from the engine failure he was suffering from. He's parked up.
Yeah, as they now head up the hill, Shahin gets a great run up a Rouge and Radion and down the Kemmel straight. Will he try anything? Yes, he goes to the inside line, heading into Les Combes. Is Shahin going to be able to pull it off for arguably the race lead? He's late on the brakes into Les Combes, and on the inside, greatly judged from Halil Shahin to take back the lead of the race. But the question here is, especially judging from what happened last season, is Shahin going to be able to keep the lead all the way until the end?
I think he should. I mean, that overtake was so aggressive. He was on 2 wheels for a moment. Everything was just perfect from him there. And he's pushing like mad to try and get away, as Valyak is slowly gaining time on him, but slowly. It's slow. It's not a sudden change of, change of process, change of pace. Yeah, he is closing in, though. There is Rakuz trying to overtake Saller, fails to do so.
But also, you have to remember, through Sector 3, through Blanchimont, you can see already how close he is. The gap is 4/10, and Valyak now is going to have a great run of slipstream through these corners. So now it is do or die for Michael Valyak, as he is closing in on the Ferrari of Halil Shahin. He gets a great run, and he's going to go to the inside line of Halil Shahin, the 2 wheel to wheel, but Shahin will cover him off. As that's FG and Ankaya, and I think they've made contact. Oh, Moreira involved in it as well. What's happened here?
Pisonia spins, and then Ankaya. Oh, nothing FG could have done. Nothing FG could have done.
And that was one of the Reals. I think that was Pisonia. Yeah. So he was. Yeah, he caught all of this, and just. Yeah,
Ankaya just panicked there, and he just. There's nothing either could have done. Ankaya was in a 360. Moreira also spun off. Pisonia just spun, and the rest was a reaction to that. This is all a racing incident. You can't blame anyone for this.
Yeah, it's a really, really big shame, honestly, for all these guys involved. But we're gonna go back to the race lead then, and Valiak, who was not able to do it then through the bus stop,
He has La Source.
Yeah, he still has La Source to go, but I don't think, has he got the run heading into La Source? No, I don't think he has. And coming across the line then for his second win in a row. It's been a hard fought victory for this man, but Khalil Shahin, he will win the Belgian Grand Prix, and it's a fantastic drive from him. Michael Valiak will have to settle for second. Arguably, it's been a fantastic race for him as well, but Shahin ultimately just went on top at the final lap there.
Meanwhile, top 10 for Ligier. Igor Witt finishes 8th, which is a very good result for him. Comedy Porn P6, Friedman 9th, Miller 10th, Gilu 11th, Karmevakis 12th, and Nicky Speed in the Fond Metal will finish 13th.
Yeah, good stuff from him. That's his second points appearance this season.
Yeah, meanwhile, Pisonia, despite causing that little kerfuffle, he's still going to finish in the points, and you're going to have Moreira and Fraser rounding off the points paying positions. And then Gertz comes out on top of Curtis in the AGS battle. So it's 1-1 because Curtis was better in qualifying, Gertz better in the race. And then we're just going to have to wait for Poslovic, and it's starting to rain. Wow. The rain couldn't have come sooner.
Well, as the old adage goes, it always rains at the spa.
Anyways, driver of the day?
I will give it to... there's a lot of people I can give it to, but I will give it to Khalil Shahin. I know it's bland, it's basic to give it to the race winner, but I think he fought the entirety of this race, made a bunch of overtakes, consistently on the pace, and I think he really deserved that race win today, and I think he deserves it as much as Valiak, but Shahin ultimately proved himself to be the better of the two today, and yeah, he gets my driver of the day.
I'm gonna give my driver of the day to this is hard to Igor Witt, you know. The Ligier, not really a capable machine, manages to finish P8. I think that's respectable. Yeah. So anyways, next race is the what's it? It's gonna be it's the Hungarian Grand Prix at Hungaroring. Should be a good one.
And I also do believe that's the first time MMS will visit the Hungaroring.
In this timeline, yes. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, because we did go to Pannonia Ring in Season 1. And, yeah. This is the first time we're going to venture to the Hungarian Grand Prix to Hungaroring. So be sure to check that one out. And, yeah, we will see you in the next one. Also, don't forget LMS exists. Support all the series we host. So, without further ado, Miran, I've been Kai.
And I've been Miran.
And we'll see you in the next one. Be sure to be safe on the roads and bring your seatbelt, and bye-bye.